I'm Kevin Shaw, and you're watching the Watercraft Journal. Admittedly, we didn't see this one coming. In recent years, Sea-Doo has made some custom one-off watercraft for celebrities or unique events that garner them some brand attention on social media for a couple weeks. So when early images of Formula One racer Daniele Ricciardo aboard a graphite and green RXP-X 300 sprung up around spring of 2022, people rightly became suspicious. Then the video dropped with Sea-Doo teasing, quote, "We've partnered with F1 driver Daniele Ricciardo to bring a fresh Sea-Doo perspective on the world of high-performance watercraft. Bold, unique, with an attitude that commands the water, just like the people who squeeze the throttle. We couldn't be more excited for what's coming next. Stay tuned." And all of us were left thinking, what the heck was that supposed to mean? Well, what it meant was the 2023 RXP-X Apex 300. Offered as a 2023 limited run model that are only available via pre-order with deposits ending November 30th, 2022, you've already missed the pre-order window as of this recording. Slated with the brand's first MSRP over $20,000, $20,999, the Apex offers the consumer a few extras and added features over the traditional RXP-X 300. But are they enough to counter the $4,500 premium? Let's talk about it. The Apex comes almost exactly as shown in the leaked pictures and video. The Apex is wrapped in racing green and graphite gray and features a carbon fiber hood structure and rearview mirrors, which retain their conventional plastic substructure, and custom blacked out emblems. Custom diamond pattern traction mats and foot wedges fill the gunwales. All Apex models come standard with the BRP tech package, meaning the 100-watt sound system, USB port in the glove box, and 7.8-inch wide full-color digital dashboard. The Ergolock R saddle is also covered in a grippy two-tone canvas, as is the adjustable bolster seat. As part of the Apex's asking price is the otherwise optional second passenger seat. Aesthetically, diamond pattern graphics and color-matched rounded hand grips complete the package. Yet what truly sets the Apex apart from the standard RXP-X 300 is the use of a hydraulic steering dampener on a reinforced steering column. The adjustable hydraulic dampening action is designed to reduce the amount of rider input necessary to track through chop, particularly at speed, and consequently reduce rider fatigue. This addition, more than any other attribute or feature, is the sole reason that performance enthusiasts should consider the Apex over the standard RXP-X. In our testing, the Watercraft Journal pounded on the Apex, pushing its 1,630cc centrifugally supercharged 3-cylinder and all of its 300 horsepower as far as we dared in and out of hairpins, chop, and boat wakes, nearly losing 2 cameras in the process. Now, it's important to emphasize that there is nothing different about the Apex over the RXP-X. The hull's the same, the sponsons are the same design, although Sea-Doo says they're carbon injected. The pump, intake grate, and impeller are all identical too. There's absolutely zero mechanical differences between the two machines, except for the steering dampener. And it totally freaking works! Like, of all the gimmicks, add-ons, and doodads that Sea-Doo has come out with in the last 15 years, this one, honest to goodness, delivered. The steering dampener is surprisingly easy to operate, even on the fly, and rewards the rider with immediate feedback. Backed all the way down, it's no different from the standard RXP-X, but cranked all the way up to the 3rd setting, there's only 3 settings, the hydraulic steering neck soaks up the huge amount of play in the steering and, more importantly, reduces rider input by half. This means immediate snap-quick steering response in all water conditions. The RXP-X can feel muted and at slower speeds downright obstinate to steering input. Not so with the Apex. Never once did the Sea-Doo feel unruly, wander and cross-chop, or even bow hunt in the surf. Now, the steering dampener cannot undo certain characteristics imbued in the hull design, be them good or bad, but it does make them far, far, far more manageable. Now, I understand that most watching this will likely never push the RXP-X or the Apex to its bleeding edge, and that's okay. But it's nice to know that if you do, the Apex's steering system will enable you to do so smoother and easier than without it. Otherwise, again, all other characteristics of the Apex remain identical to the standard RXP-X. The T3R hull remains unchanged, meaning the Apex mirrors the traditional RXP-X's dimensions, length, width, and height included. Even using carbon fiber over molded plastic, the ski's weight is identical too at 780 pounds, and that excludes the weight of fuel, engine oil, coolant, and a battery. That might be due to the mandatory addition of the tech package. We're not sure. Storage too is a direct carryover at 40.6 gallons of total cargo. 2.5 of that belongs to the RXP-X's voluminous glove box, which we love. During our testing, we eked out a decent 70.1 mile per hour peak top speed before the intelligent throttle control manually backed the ski down. Other features included the fast-acting VTS trim control toggle, push and play mode controls allowing the rider to toggle through touring, sport, and eco modes, and Sea-Doo's intuitive speed control, a far more user-friendly version of traditional cruise control. Pressing the up and down arrows on the VTS pad simultaneously sets the Sea-Doo's launch control feature like unlocking a secret code in a video game. Launch control toggles the trim for a far more precise launch from a dead stop. We found that the attuned rider will often fare better results operating the trim manually, but for the neophyte, launch control never fails. It's difficult to justify the added premium for the Apex over the standard RXP-X when we know that the three-way adjustable steering dampener, the most significant addition, will likely become an optional feature down the line. Sea-Doo never spends money like that and doesn't think of the future. Rather, I surmise that the Apex buyer is looking for exclusivity more than anything. The Apex is meant to be sold for this year only, and those with the cash and drive are going to snatch them up. And that's cool too. Only now are we starting to see more folks customize their skis, not just in performance but in looks and coloring. So the Apex is really going to speak to these people. And that's the kind of targeted marketing that builds some serious brand loyalty and some die-hard enthusiasts.
Obviously, the carbon fiber is a really neat touch. They did a very good job in laying down the pattern, and there's a lot of really neat features that make it an exclusive ski. But honestly, the most impressive thing is the steering dampener. Just in the last few minutes of being able to play with the steering dampener, it really takes out a lot of the rider input that normally felt a little too playful, especially for being a really sporty ski. The steering dampener is really soaking up a lot of the play that otherwise you would have on a standard RXP-X. Frankly, I think this needs to be an option on all of them. I think it's a fantastic addition, and it's almost entirely worth the cost of admission just because of this one feature alone, especially for the guy who's interested in sporty, rough water riding. This is going to make all the difference.
I'm Kevin Shaw, and you've been watching the Watercraft Journal. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, leave a comment, and share it with your friends. It'll definitely help us grow the channel. And if you want more awesome jet ski content, please visit us at www.watercraftjournal, where new articles are written and published every day, Monday through Friday, entirely subscription free to you.